welcome back to the course. In this lecture of the course, we're going to be making an interactive story. That's an interactive story. It's going to be in a little bit of a different format than the other beginner projects we've done. And by the way, congratulations on getting to the last beginner project. But basically, I want you guys to follow the. I'm going to go new project in top right of my stuff folder again. By the way, I strongly advise you guys follow along, especially for this one. Even if your code and art's a little bit different, but I want to actually encourage you guys to do different code in this one, or at least differential in terms of the same model I'm doing and the same process or similar process that I'm doing, but different. Because basically, what it's going to be, it's going to be a decision or a network of decisions, and so you could choose something that'll make the characters do something and things like that, and so. Based on your decisions, that affects the outcome of the story. So I want you guys to have different decisions and different stories. So I'm just going to walk you through an example of what I would do, and also walk you through the process of how I'm coding it, how I'm doing the graphic design as well. And I'm actually going to go staged backdrafts. I think I'm going to do like a main menu with like play button settings, things like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and make that now. I'll just go main menu. But yeah, I want you guys to definitely kind of go creative and go in your own directions with this. But I'm going to show you like kind of a model for how I'm doing, and then you guys can like change the directions, or sorry, change the decisions, change the characters, change what happens, things like that, which I strongly encourage you guys to do. Again, so make a bitmap, and we've talked about gradient before. I really like gradient because you can make professional looking. We haven't used it much though in these projects, but I don't think at all actually yet. But I really do like how you can get some professional looking stuff with minimal effort, just letting the computer do the work for you pretty much. Actually, what I want to do, so I want to go ahead and go something like this. Oh, that look. Oh, let's just get rid of all this. Not quite there. Actually, it would be cool if we did a, at least for mine, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like a little, yeah, I like that. I can just get rid of this again. So what I'm gonna do for mine, I think, is, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little, I can do it at night. I'm gonna do it, in the forest. And, oh, I like that. Oh, wait, no. Here's what I want to do. I want to swap these so it looks like it's night sky on top. Excellent. Okay, I like that a lot. I'll just name this, what should I name my story? I don't really know what it's gonna be called yet, I guess. I'll just name it, I'll just name it The Woods. And I don't like sans serif for this. However, wait, let me actually convert the vector before I do anything with text so I can go back and edit it later if I need to. I'll do The Woods, and I'm gonna go ahead and go, only I could, like, I'm gonna actually move this over so I can see the drop down and how that affects it. And Pixel always looks quite good, so I might just have to go with Pixel. I know it's a little bit generic, the name, but it's okay. Again, feel free to get like super creative with this. That's kind of the goal, right? Alright, so we got that going for us. I'm gonna go probably like a very, very light peach here. Just gonna go ahead and go version. I'll go version 1.0. Want to line up this edge of this here with this S, and that is totally fine. So I'll just go like this. And what I want to do, so I want to have some of the for my sprites, or really for my characters. I'm thinking what I want to do is I would like to have some of these Scratch characters, like some of just the default Scratch characters. Like for example, I have Scratch the Cat. That's one that comes with all the projects. I'll just grab him real quick. Go. But there's also some others, like where is he? There's Gobo. I know there's Gobo. So I'm just looking for G here because alphabetical, right? Here's Gobo. You got. Let's see what else is there. Gotta be a couple others. I think there's two more. Terra. Yep. And should be one more. Pico. There we go. So these are the 5 Scratch characters. Of course, Scratch the Cat's kind of like the icon of the site. But I'm just gonna probably use these guys for my story. Of course, you can use whatever you'd like. Actually, name this one Scratch because I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. And just to keep things simple, and I'll just go ahead and go with this. So I'm actually going to make some of these guys hidden at first um, because I don't want them like on screen. So I think I'll just go up one click hide. I'll just distribute that throughout. But Scratch. I'm thinking to have maybe Scratch on the home screen though. Like this. And I'm thinking to maybe have him, I don't know. Of course, we can have several scratches. We can have like one for the main screen and one for like the actual gameplay. Even several for the gameplay, just kind of whatever we want to do. But actually, what if we had yeah, what if we had like two characters on screen for for the main screen? This probably be better than one. So if we just go like this, distribute one click my show, or yeah, one click show. And then I'll just go ahead and go. What I'm thinking is go ahead and set where is it? Rotation style left, right, then point in direction other way, like that, and then go to here. I guess is fine. Something like this. And then for Scratch, I'll just go ahead and go. I guess I'll go point direction 90 as the default. Might as well. I'll just go like this. I want to make sure they're on the same y-axis actually. I'll put on y -65 as well. Very cool. So now we've got these two little guys on our main screen here, and we're good to go. So I'm gonna make my play button now, and I'll probably actually put that in front of everything. Again, you can just drag these within the sprite area here. I'm gonna go play button. My play button. I'm not gonna worry about too much about the colors or anything, so I'll just go. What am I gonna do? Like a black border probably, and maybe like. Yeah, something like that's cool. Want to make a nice big border. I think big border buttons go good with the pixel font. And what I'll do is I'll just go like this, maybe. And once we've done that, I'll just go one click show. And actually, I'm gonna name my costumes now and put some text down. This one, I'll just go play. I'll make that font. If black is not enough contrast on dark blue, we can always go white, but I think this is fine. Alright, fair enough. So, now we've got that. I'm just gonna go ahead and make another one. I'm gonna name this one selected actually. I'm gonna name my other one unselected because that's kind of the naming mechanic I use these for costumes whenever I plan on having a mouse pointer that hovers over that changes the costume. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go set it to white, and I'm gonna go fill. I actually like that. I think I might do that for my selected actually. I was gonna do like just this same thing except for white text, but and then maybe make it like expand a little bit. I'll probably still make it expand using the size functions, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and just do like that for my other costume. So I think I'll go touching mouse pointer. I want to actually make a script that I try and keep my, and people can disagree with me on this, and it's really completely personal preference, but I try and keep my scripts separate based on category, especially, uh, or just so that everything kind of happens at the same time, if you will. Even though there's like almost negligible delay if I go switch costume and show on the same script at the beginning, it's almost negligible delay, but I still like to do it. Alright, so now we got this, and what we can do, one click set size to 100. So what we can do, just go ahead and like this. So, yep, that's fine. I don't really need to animate it. I think this is totally cool, just the way it is. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and do my win click now. And for my win click, I think I'll go. just to get some more practice with operators and whatnot. Although we could do in sprite click, I'm just gonna go ahead and go the more intermediate slash advanced way of doing it. So there's a little bit less delay. Just go like this. If touching mouse pointer or mouse down, then I'll broadcast something called game start. Now for a really big project, I'd even do like game load, then do a loading bar, but like there's shouldn't be need for that in a project like this, as it should be a bit simpler, depending on how much we add to it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go game start. I'm gonna use that naming mechanic we talked about. I'm not using that naming mechanics for sprites right now, but since it's I for like objects or like assets, I tend to not use that mechanic as often unless I have like a lot that are very similar names, like A button, B button, C button. You know what I'm saying? So like if there's a lot of, let's say, buttons that have a very similar name and like you just swap out the prefix, and I'd usually use that naming system. But for like variables, always for variables and data type declaration, I always use this naming mechanic as well as for messages and things like that. So game start gets broadcast whenever we click this. Cool. What can we do with brains? Game start. What we can do is we can make we can make all of this. Here's one cool thing we can do. We just actually go ahead and go load. And then for load, we can just get rid of, actually it looks cool, but, that's not what I was gonna do. No, actually I might make this text like that just because it looks kind of cool, but, like with the load gradient. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for load. I'm just gonna get rid of the text, and it's just gonna be just the screen. And, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and go switch. Actually, I want to go to my stage here, and I want to go, when I receive game start, I want to switch to load. And actually, whenever the project started, I want to be on main menu. And what I also want to do is I want to get these guys to fade away. What I mean by that is like maybe use a ghost effect would be cool. So I'll just go ahead and go where we when clicked ghost effect 0, and then I'll go when I receive game start. I'll go ahead and go repeat 10, change ghost effect by -10. Or I guess not by -10, just by 10. And then hide and then set it back to 0. Something like this. And then I'll just go ahead and do this for Gobo as well. In fact, I'll even do the same for my play button and just see how this looks. Because a lot of it's just experimentation, right? So I like that. I like that. I like how they kind of all fade at the same time. Might be cool actually if we just go ahead and go for Scratch and Gobo specifically. If we do a little bit of a delay, so the play button goes away first, but they kind of fade for a little bit longer. Oh, I accidentally got rid of Scratch. Poor Scratch, I accidentally got rid of him. That's okay. I'll actually, instead of making a duplicate, I can go ahead and make a new one. That's good practice to. Yeah, don't delete your sprites, by the way, since it is difficult to recover them. Like for this, I'll just do it manually. But yeah, it's a little bit of a pain. I think really the only thing I have to do is just change the direction and positioning. Yep, that is a little bit annoying, isn't it? Oh, and then also we're gonna do we're gonna experiment with some delays here. I think it was like negative 161. I'll just, no, positive 161. I'll just go with that. And then, yeah, and then delay. And then we should be good, I'm thinking. 0.2, well, 0.2 might be a bit much, let's see. Okay, not correct. Let's go ahead and try like 71. I'll try 31. Boom, done. Nice. Maybe like a little bit closer though. Okay, yeah, perfect. I like the way that looks, so I'm just gonna go play. Okay, I do want maybe like 0.5 seconds for my initial delay, and like 0.05 for change ghost effect. That's what I'm thinking. A lot of this is just messing around. just kind of trial and error, if you will. Okay, I really like that, and so I'll just go ahead and go. If you want, you can have like a pop-up here, like developed by blah blah, but I'm not really gonna do that. I might go ahead and start with my actual story now, though. So, what I'll do is I'll just have some text. I don't know if I want to get into scrolling yet, but I will get into that intermediate projects for sure, because that's just necessary to talk about something called scroll X and scroll Y. But I'm not gonna talk about scrolling right now. I'm not gonna demonstrate it either. So I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have some text pop up on screen. For the player to read, and it's gonna be kind of hard to see when I type here, but it should pop up here. So let's just go. So the year is, and let's just actually center this just while we can. Now actually, Scratch the cat finds himself in a forest late at night. Will this go ahead and update? Yeah, there we go. I should probably capitalize cat, shouldn't I? I don't know, does that look great? Yeah, looks good. He has no idea how he got there, but has a... what should we give him? Should we give him like 2 torches, a map, and 2 torches? I don't know, something like that. And you can just go ahead and like that. Like that, and that's literally just all I'll do for mine. So, I mean, and of course, you can go ahead and make yours like completely whatever you want. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this for my story. I want to do something that's short but also expandable for the sake of this lecture. Boom, just like that. And then what you'd do is you'd go like this, and then I'd get my weight. I actually want to hide it. I don't want to show whenever it's getting start. When I receive game starts, I'm actually just going to combine them for this, and I'll just go ahead and go like this, and then, wait 1 second, no, wait like 10 seconds, no, 6, I'll just go with 6, for now. I want to set my ghost effect to 0, first things first, just do that. I'll go ahead and go repeat, 10, wait 0.5, change ghost effect to 20, or change ghost effect by 10 is what I'm gonna do actually. Just gotta swap my what is it? My drop down parameter, and just gonna change by 10, and boom. Let's just see how this looks. So do we have like a solid intro here? Oh, I guess I should probably like wait a second before even getting into this. Just see how that looks. I'll actually go wait 1.5 seconds. Just kind of trial and error here, because I don't want him to like show up at the same time. Scratch and Go both here are on the screen. Scratch cat finds himself forest late at night. He has no idea how he got there, but has a map and 2 torches. I like the way that fades as well. So I meant to do like 0.05, but I think 0.2 would be somewhere good. I mistyped, then I realized I liked the way it looked better whenever I did 0.5 instead of 0.05. So let's see what 0.2 looks like though. Okay, perfect. I like that. And so what I'll do now is I can go ahead and you can kind of make the camera pan, like maybe have some moon and some stars, then like have some trees come up from the ground. I think what I'm gonna do though is just get right into it. I'll just go oops. I think I'll just go ahead and make a backdrop called stage 1. And you can have like trees and stuff, which I'd recommend if you're doing a forest, but I just am not great with art, so I'm just gonna skip that for now. It'll just take me some time to do it. Don't want any outline on this, and I want to go ahead and go. I want to do like maybe some shade of brown for this. Okay, I like that. Alright, and what we can also do is we can make it a little bit green on top. Like this. And now I have a nice looking grass. I just made the gradient. In case you want to know the exact numbers I'm using for this, 46,128 for my green. And for my brown, I'm using 828. Okay. So I'm really just swapping out the 8 and 46 there. And I'm going to have Scratch actually go ahead and spawn. No, actually I want to broadcast something once this is done. I want to wait like half a second. Then I want to broadcast, stage 1. Then when we receive stage 1, I just want to walk you through this kind of process I'm using too. A lot of it is just learn by doing or learn by watching. You know, you can kind of see how I'm stringing this all together, making it like a sequential project, if you will. I'm going to go show. I want to actually go somewhere first. I want to go like to the bottom left. So I want to show Scratch real quick, and I want to know like right where this would be. Okay, perfect. I want to be like here. So -186, -109. Alright, just like that. And once we're there, what we can also do is just go ahead and make it so we can move them. So we'll just go. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to have variables for this. So I'll make a variable called stage. I'm going to get rid of my variable because we don't need that. I want to hide stage. I want to make stage public to all sprites as well. I already did that though. I'm actually going to make a sprite called variables, where I'm just gonna mess with the majority of my variable stuff. And what I want to do, set stage to 0 when we start. I want to also hide that, just so I know where I can quickly get all of my variable related stuff information. And I want to go ahead and hide that as well. And I want to go ahead and go to my Scratch. And oh sorry, I want to go when I receive stage 1, set it to 1. So set, where is it? Yeah, I was bringing out the value, but this is a simpler way to do it. And I'm just gonna go. So now stage is based on whatever stage we're on, you know, and also backdrop applies it. So like we have messages, variables, and backdrops now that we can work with. So it's kind of the fundamental 3 things as well. Whenever you're working with a lot of things to Scratch, like for example, I can go ahead and go, you know, now that stage is 1, I can go repeat until stage is not 1. Better yet, instead of doing the not 1, I'm going to go ahead and go wait until stage equals 2, because that way, in case there's like some delay where it sets it to 1 after I go ahead and get past here, so it'll be like, uh, if we go ahead and do repeat until not stage equals 2, let's say that this actually executed afterwards, then it would think it's already not stage 2 and it just kind of break the whole project. So we're just gonna go repeat until stage 2. So that way, whether it is 0 or 1, it'll still take into effect. So we go ahead and go if, this is basically a forever if, except for it's like temporary forever, if you will. And so I'll just go ahead and go. Let's go touching, or no, we don't need to do that. We can just go right arrow, left arrow, and up arrow. We'll just do like this. So up arrow will be jump. And just kind of do this. Of course, you don't need to add comments. I'm just gonna do it the move right. Sorry, move left. All right, and move right here. Yeah. Alrighty, so now that we've done that, all we need to do is just go ahead and go. Let's go. Change x by -1. And let's go by 2 instead. Let's go 2 and -2 for this. And then for jump, I'll just mess with that in a second. So the woods, boom. And what we could do is we can make a little inventory button, or we can make a little inventory like key that you press to get to your inventory, like I or something. I mean, it's just kind of up to you there. But I think I'll just go ahead and go like this. Oh, backdrop did not switch to I don't think the backdrop ever switched, but no worry. Oh, I mean, add a comment, I meant to duplicate. Switch backdrop to stage 1 whenever we receive the message stage 1, just like that. And oh, I clicked on my my button here, even though it's hidden, and so it kind of went ahead and executed this. So I'll just go if actually if we did when sprite clicked, because we could just do a variable, and if that variable's we could just do like a boolean style variables. If it's 1 or 0, if it's 1 is true, if 0 is false, and that pretty much just determines whether it is going to be actually have an action whenever it's clicked, whether it's shown or not. So like if it's hidden, then you can't click it. If it's shown, then you can, but I'm not gonna do that, so I'm just gonna go when I receive. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh wait, actually, yeah. When the sprite clicked, so when the sprite clicked, we'll just go stage 1. Or no, sorry, game start. I was thinking of stage 1 because we were just messing with that. But for the button, we want to do game start, and then it should be, yeah. So, boom, this script right here. So, it should be that if we were to click in this area, it won't do anything now because it's no longer there. So that's exactly what we want. Just not gonna mess with it. And actually, oh, I'm gonna name this sprite real quickly. I'm just gonna name it text or floating text. I don't know. Intro text, anything like that works. I'm gonna go ahead and click here. So now I can go ahead and move. Now that we're already here, let's just do some testing. No reason to end the project, right? Let's just go 3, -3. See, this looks maybe a little bit more. What about 5 and -5? Yeah, this is good. Kind of blurs a little bit almost. This is just like kind of fast, so I'll just go -4. Alright, and this is honestly one of my favorite parts of programming right here. It's like doing all this experimenting and stuff. It's pretty cool. And let's just go ahead and move this. Alright, good enough. We'll go ahead and go. Actually, I want to go set rotation to the left and right just indefinitely. And then I'll just go ahead and go point direction 90 by default, but I want to go point direction 90 when I go right, point direction -90 when I go left. Let me show you what that'll look like. Because if our rotation style is left right, then it's just gonna go, oh, yeah, not what we want, is it? Is our rotation style left right? Okay, maybe it never got set for some reason, so I'll just put it that right there. Or actually, better yet, I'll put it here, so that way nothing can possibly go wrong. Very cool. So what we could do, now that we have this, is we could maybe make something happen when we do up arrow. Of course, jumping you can't just change. You have to make it kind of have a bounce effect. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and go change Y by 3. We'll just go repeat 5. Wait 0.1 seconds. Divided by -3. So if we just did something like this, there's going to be a lot of problems with this, because we can just keep pressing it and keep pressing it. Yeah, there's going to be some bugs with this. Let's try 5 and -5. See, we can't move while doing this. Like, we can't go right or left while doing this. What we can do, because there's weights in this, so what we can do, like little weight things right there. So what we can do is we can just make this separate. All I need is from the here, I just need the repeat. And then all we need to do something like that. So like this. Okay, so bouncing is a little bit, or jumping is a little bit weird if we go, yeah, it kind of prolongs it if we go right and left, doesn't it? Here's what we can do. Actually, I want to like make him go fairly high, like almost cartoonishly high. So let's see. Oh, if we actually had a delay after this, we probably wouldn't have any problems. It's like we could only jump so fast. And also, if we had a mid-air delay, then also just because of gravity, if we made it let's see, 5 times 8. If we just made him like go down a little bit faster and he does go up, just a little bit more of a gravity effect there. Alright, so I think that's pretty much good for jumping for now. Here's the problem though, you can go off screen. As a result, what we can do to solve that is if we can just go where is it when clicked, we can go forever if, then I'll just go touching, yeah, touching edge, then move back is what we'll do. So let's just see what something like this did, and this is not the perfect solution to our problem. Alright, so it does actually push us back, but it kind of bounces us back, you know? If we just did like -1, let's see what that does. Oh, so we want actually more intense, so I'll go -10. That should really just do the trick there. Alright, so it's actually a little bit jittery. Maybe -3 is a sweet spot then, because like -5 was still a bit too jerky, but -1 is just not enough power to stop him. Yeah, what about -5 then? Yeah, I think -5 is kind of the way to go there. Yeah, I don't like how it's slower to jump whenever we're going right and left. But that's just life. Alright, so what we can do now is we can maybe put like a little hut here, or maybe just a little character to talk to. Let's just say we'll put Giga here. I don't know, when I receive stage 1, we'll just say, or actually we'll put them up here on stage to test. And we want to go right here. Okay, and then all we have to do is just go, go to, and let's scratch his y-axis real quickly. I want to know, okay, well I guess it's on a different scale, so this will work. We'll go to there, we'll go show, and then we'll go, repeat until equals 2. Do our equal to operator, we'll do repeat until stage equals 2. If touching, cats. Don't know why that's running. Weird. If touching cats, then switch costume, and then we'll go ahead and go something like this. I want to do a duplicate of this exact costume, except for it is what key do we want it to be? Let's just say E to talk. Yeah, actually, I'll just do a big outline of because I want to have like a little key float above whenever you're able to talk. So I'll just go ahead and go just a basic thing here, and something like this. Yeah, I'll just select the whole thing and then put it above actually. Something like this. Okay, maybe a little bit lower. Make this a tad bigger. I'm just kind of going just by eyesight here what I want this to look like. I'll just go E. I want this to be black, my font color, and I was moving the cat as well while I'm trying to reposition this E here, isn't it? No worries. Something like that is good, I'd say. And if touching, I'm actually gonna go selected, unselected for this. I want to actually rename these two. I want to go talking and surprised, and then I'll just go unhappy, just kind of based on emotions. So I'll just go if and if else. I don't want to do an if, I want to do if else. I just realized, and I'll go selected, unselected. Kind of similarly to what we do whenever we have touching our mouse pointer over buttons. If we want to change the costume for that, and then I'm just gonna basically go switch costume to where is it? Selected. Otherwise it'll be unselected. I want to be unselected by default as well. Okay, I don't know what happened to our X. I guess our X and Y never got fully didn't work out too well. Alright, that's good. So of course, if we're touching scratch, then we're gonna be outlined. I don't like how it goes down a little bit, but whatever. So yeah, and then I want to make scratch forever go to the front as well. Remember we talked about layers. It's gonna make them forever go to front layer. So just like that, and then what we can also do if touching, do an AND operator first of all. Touching cat, and if a certain key is pressed, let's say E. Boom, just like this. Then what we'll do is we'll have dialogue, then we'll have our very first choice for interactive story. That's what I'm thinking. So I'll just go ahead and go say. Of course, we can just do text on screen and then, you know, like actual buttons for options, but I think I'm going to use say and ask functions to save a little bit of time. Of course, I want you guys to get creative and go crazy with this, so you can do it however you want. So I'll just go hello. My name is Giga. Who are you? And so basically what this is, let's just test out real quick. If I go E, let's actually do this. Actually, what do we want to do? Because, here's the thing. So if this costume will keep changing even once we're right here. So if we actually, if we put it under the same one, I bet we wouldn't have this problem. Then we can just go switch costume to unselected. Oh yeah, yeah. I think we're all good now. So all we have to do, just go like this, boom, E pressed. Then we can go, hello, my name is Giga. Who are you? And then we can prompt with a ask function. Also want to be mindful of how long this is being said for, because sometimes they're gonna want to go ahead and like, so some dialogue that's longer, you're gonna want to have up on screen for longer. It's like hello can be 2 seconds. My name is Giga. I'll make that 3 seconds, and I will also make who are you an additional 3 seconds before doing my ask function. So I'll just go, what's your name? And then I'll just go say, I'll do my join operator. Hello. Then I'll just pass answer to it. Then I'll go exclamation mark. Alright, just like this. And let's try it out. Hello, my name is Giga. Who are you? And of course this question will say, oh yeah, well, I guess we should do, who are you? And then we'll just go, I'll just say you to me. Just like that. And then that's how we can start doing our interactive story. And so here's the thing though, this might not actually always work, so we're maybe going to want to buttons up on screen, and based on those we're going to have things that affect the outcome of the story. And so kind of my challenge to you guys, and think of this as a challenge project for this entire beginner project unit, I want you guys to do is I want you guys to go ahead and either do it on your own if that's what you've been doing, and then just like continue off there, but branch decisions and develop a story around this project. So develop what's called an interactive story where you can make decisions and have user input. And I have this whole system of stages, so we can kind of sequence the project. And if you weren't, then what you can do, and even if you want to start over, what kind of my challenge to you, and either do it on your own, or actually I'm gonna name this real quick. What I want you guys to do is I want you to remix this project. Once it's been shared, I'll be in the studio with all the other core stuff, and I want you guys to just kind of expand onto this. And you don't have to share it. You don't have to share it with me once you've remixed it. Uh, you don't have to publicly have it so that everyone can see it. You can just do it so that only you can see it. But either way, I want you guys to remix this. And once you've remixed it, just kind of expand on and make a little bit of an interactive story. It can be a really short thing. It can just be, oh, there's like a special pancake platter that's hiding in the woods, and it's all about Scratch meeting a couple of characters, and they find the pancakes. Or it can be something silly. It can be something really long and something really complex and a really cool story. It's just kind of whatever you want to do. And as long as you understand these concepts, and again, it's just good practice. I want you guys to get practice with this, because once you get practice with block-based programming, not only will more advanced things block-based programming be simpler, but just programming, text-based programming in general, will be much simpler down the road, I promise you. So if you apply yourself now, you'll save yourself time in the future if you choose to continue your programming career. Either way, you're just building experience with programming, and there's nothing wrong there. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it to you guys to get creative with this and just do all sorts of crazy things. I really can't wait to see how these projects turn out. For those of you that do share them, I'll be checking the remixes of this and seeing what you guys do with this kind of template I have. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and do my instructions. I'm going to do my notes and credits now as well. For my instructions, I'll just go arrow keys, move and jump. I'll just go E and dialogue. This project, and by the way, tab, you can switch text input if you press tab on most operating systems. And this project is an interactive story, meaning that the decisions the player makes affects events, outcomes in the story. Feel free to remix this and remix this project, I suppose, and add your own content. Oh, and then here's another cool thing. We can just go ahead and go like we've been doing. I kind of like to do this for just documentation. Uh, we just go like 1.0 and then they published. So that'd be like what 10, 21, 19, and I'll just go ahead and go. Let's see. Author Udemy Scratch Course. I'll just leave it Udemy Scratch Course. Read this, please. And then I'll have a little message here at the bottom. And then I'm just going to call it a day, and then this will be in the folder for all of the projects and everything. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next lecture, whenever we do this. And that said, I'll see you guys, well, actually, next lectures. Before we get into the intermediate projects, we're going to be doing a data types review. So like I said, we're going to be going over like string, character, integer, variable, I mean, just stuff like that. Probably just touch over what it means to like have classes, conditional statements, operators, things like that. Just like a little touch-ups on our knowledge, kind of a reinforcement. Then we'll dive into those intermediate projects, which I think you guys will really enjoy. And once we do that, we'll do our advanced projects and be well on our way. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next lecture.